Okay, we are in the city of Horus, and I spent some time once again to increase and maximize our town fame by doing a whole bunch of tasks. I basically rooted out corrupt militia for a bit and was able to get our discount, so now we're going to go and talk to General Ashtran. The first person they had to convince was General Ashtran. Without him, approaching General Samael would be impossible. So the party found him in his battle tent on the outskirts of the war. Hold on. Who are you people? This is a war zone. Greetings, General. I am Princess Loren of the Amazons, and this is Sir Apollymesho. Polymo? The old wizard cracked a genuine smile, followed shortly by the battle-worn general. It really is you. How have you been, my friend? I've seen better days, but I fear I will see worse ones before they get better again. Why? What troubles you? This is war. The general shook his attention from Apollymesho and looked at the rest of the party members in depth. Where did that random church choir come from? What company you travel with? I might say, I have come because there is an extremely dire matter we must discuss. You may ask of me anything, friend. I need you to end this war. There was a long silence as Ashtran's welcoming face turned as cold as ice. You ask too much. You're fighting the wrong enemy. Listen to him. Are you on the side of the elves, Polymo? The rumors of you being expelled from the council are true. Just because you want peace, or just because you want an end to the war, doesn't mean you're sided with the other side. Or are even taking sides for that matter. Quite often, that's actually not the case, I believe. Calm yourself. You know better than anyone that we are like-minded. I would not ask this if the world didn't depend on it. What is this talk of the elves not being our enemy? They slaughtered us and will continue to do so if we don't put an end to them. And why do you not have Tobar with you? Without him, there will be no negotiations. Oh, right, that thing we were supposed to do. Get Mirth. I remember now. The party was promptly thrown out of the camp. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Yeah, fine. Hold that thought, we'll be right back. Off to Grand Tree. Oh, and a random encounter. Why not? Let's go fight. Might as well. Let's get some experience in our blood. Ooh, a red wood bow. That's actually pretty awesome. Level up. Uh-huh. So, yeah. The Soul Rod is pretty awesome. Weakness, air damage, yeah. Death Trap. Let's increase her will, warrior attack power. I mean, we're pretty balanced, so what do I also we basically want Shambara to be a powerhouse, so her will is just gonna go up. As for her skills, yeah, heat blood or air damage or fire damage. Let's do some. Don't meet the requirements. Don't meet the requirements. Yeah, let's do heat blood. Or do I want to make Shambara have the ability to, use all of the types of spells as she sees fit? Earth damage, water damage. Yeah, I'm gonna make her a bit of a elementalist. Shambara is going to be ridiculously powerful. So let's add some swamp. Although Apollymesho's got quite a bit of water damage. Apollymesho's pretty much got water damage covered. So let's add a little bit of earth. Yeah, hits a full row of enemies with earth damage. 450% of base attack, 15% of chance causing shattered condition for 3 turns. Yeah. Let's let her have all of the elementals. They breached the forest as they would normally, but the elves are highly on edge. Mirth's flower was the only thing that let them pass through unharmed. Saren felt uncomfortable with the tension in the air. Even the trees seemed to have burning eyes that followed him as he walked. It only got worse as they walked into Grand Tree. All of the residents stopped to scowl at the human party members. It wasn't long before the elves began to shout awful things at them. Filth! Go back to your blood capital! Do we have to fight the handsome, cute elves? They were close to Mirth's residence when someone shouted a war cry behind them. They turned to see an enraged elf charging up Alamesha with a long blade. Saren took immediate action and sprang to the wizard's defense. He managed to parry the elf's attack with a loud clank. The other elves started hollering indistinguishably, almost as if they were rooting for Saren's death. It was chaos then. Other elves swarmed the group, and they fought back. Review your party setup before proceeding. Should I put Mirth in here? I feel like I... Wait, Mirth isn't with us currently. So we're gonna have to go with... Yeah, Sarah and Loren have to be in the group. Alright, let's do it. We got a dark elf in our group, guys. Sauser. Get your lightning flexes up. Alright. We got this. Alright, demon form. Loren. Pound your way through. Alright. Now we should have everybody's weakness by this point. Yeah, we're gonna spread some water in Shambara. No. Yes! Beautiful. Just take them all out. And another one. Thank you, Sauser. Piece of cake. You guys are toast. Who's next? The elves stopped shouting and Saren plunged his sword deep in the belly of the last attacker. It was quiet while he died. Not the cute one. Draco cast a protective wall of fire to prevent further elves from attacking. You took my brother. You killed him. You... Murderers! Murderers! He attacked us first, but that didn't stop the mob of elves from grabbing Saren by his hair and yanking him into submission. The rest of the party members were held at weapon point and escorted deeper into the forest. We did nothing wrong. Free us. They were dragged in front of a familiar tree. Elders, we have criminals for judgment. A group of old elves gave their attention to the group. Their crime. Self-defense. Quiet. What is this? Loren? Saren? To their relief, Mirth appeared from inside of the tree and rushed forward. Please set this matter straight. These people are not our enemies. Release them. They have murdered one of our own in self-defense. We were attacked. I was too strong. Don't say that, Saren. Murderer! No. Elders, you are not thinking clearly. All you see before you is a human, and not a person much like you. Your laws clearly have accommodations for those who acted in self-defense. But that does not matter now. I invoke my right to pardon him and all of Loren's group. So says the forest. Wow, Mirth, that's kind of awesome. All of the elves murmured unpleasantly, upset with the turn of events. You have never once exercised that power in your reign as Elder Druid. You insult us by using it now. Quiet, you. Quiet. The High Elf has spoken. I'd rather insult you than take an innocent life. Ooh. The elders silently seethed until they finally waved for their guards to release Saren. You have your pardon. Take your humans and your enemies. The crowd dispersed, leaving the group alone with Mirth by the large tree. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be alive. Loren helped Saren from his bindings. The elders, they will not listen to reason. I have exhausted all of my resources, all of my magic, and every ounce of persuasion in me, but they still refuse to believe that the humans did not start this war, which is ridiculous. Then our nations are not dissimilar. The council refused to believe me as well, even though I was once the most trusted man in their company. They wish to see the human race extinct so badly. I hardly think that is a fair statement, given how the Empire has made several actual movements to cleanse the world of the elves. Calm yourselves. Do not forget that our goal is peace between your two races. I apologize. The truth of the matter is that the elders cannot believe that the demons would instigate the war. Why not? They believe they are not capable of such a plan. Well, the humans need to get it to their head, as the only time in history they were ever clever enough was under the rule of Faust. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. My point exactly. They are never organized, but the one demon superior enough to do the impossible was Faust himself. There are too many connections to ignore. I've told them the theory that Faust has returned, but they refuse to believe that too, which I don't understand. Why the blash not? Exactly, Ramis. Because of the manner that Faust was originally defeated. He is a possessed suit of armor, and when he was first defeated in the Old War, his armor was entombed and sealed permanently. Which means he's not dead. Something can be sealed permanently, might not necessarily be so permanent as you think. Is it possible that the seals have failed? Yes! That's always a possibility. Only the greatest wizards would have the magic capable of reversing that magic. The seals were made by men. Only the gods have perfection in what they do. We need your people to end this war and make a treaty with the Empire. What will it take? The elders are not fools and will see reason in time. They are frightened at the moment, so I believe if we show them solid proof that Faust has risen again, then they will reconsider this war. All we have to do is prove that Faust is alive without a doubt. New quest, convince the elders. Convince the elven elders that Faust is still alive. But those old guys made sure that wouldn't even ever happen, didn't they? Yes, I was there. I was part of the team that brought him down. You must know, however, that his armor is indestructible, of course. The only way to keep him from being reanimated is to keep the pieces of his suit far away from each other. That is all the security this world has been afforded? Just keeping the parts separate? It is no great wonder he happens to walk again. Thank you, Loren. Mind you, we used everything in our power to make sure that the pieces were sealed away permanently. I'm sure you did, Apollomesho. I'm sure you did. What? That went well, huh? Apollomesho was silent for a long moment, unable to admit that his magic might have failed. Faust is a greater demon than we could have imagined. He is capable of tricking all of us, it seems. I do not know how else to bring him down, but at least our previous method worked for some time. Oh, you must admit that the world has been free of Faust's existence for a while, thanks to the Archwizard. We cannot deny the service that Apollomesho and his team have given us, and they are due quite a bit of respect. But the matter now is how we prove to the Forest Elders that he is alive again. If it only takes getting the pieces of armor together to reanimate him, then wherever they were stored must have been breached, right? We can prove that. That is an idea. We can go to one of the tombs where pieces of his armor is kept and see if it is missing. Are the elders going to come with us all the way there? That is not necessary. Mirth can just use her power of farsight to share her eyes with the elders. Yes, I do have the ability to let them see what I see. This is the best idea we have at the moment, so I think we should go through with it. Does that sound good, Majesty? Very well. If this is the only way to convince your elven leaders to stop this war, then we will rely on Apollomesho to show us where Faust's armor should be. In interest of stopping the bloodshed, I will not object. The pieces of Faust were entombed in the mountains, so we will need to find one of them. I'm sorry, Archwizard, but I can tell you right now that just one tomb will not be enough to convince the elders otherwise. Apollomesho narrowed his eyes and gripped his staff tighter. If we must, we will travel to as many tombs as necessary. I pray your elves regain their senses quickly, as there are more important matters. I will work only as their vessel. It is not up to me to decide, so you needn't look at me that way. Let's find these tombs before this war destroys us all. There is one more matter to discuss, Elder Druid. We need your magic to cloak a human general through the Elven Empire so that they may reach the Dark Elves. Really? Why? So that he can spy on the elves. Haha, just kidding. It's to help end the war. Trust us. Yes, I understand. If it will help end the war, I will help in any way. They left the forest to search the mountains. They were not sure which they hoped to find. Faust's remains, proving he was not alive and that the world did not need to fear him, or nothing, proving that he was alive and that the current war should end. Neither would be the end of all threats. Okay, look at all these crypts. So wait, if we go back to Horus, can we talk to General Ashtran now that we have Mirth in our party? The party found General Ashtran in his battle tent once again. He eyed the party painfully, as if he couldn't stand the sight of them. Why have you returned? Is that the druid Mirth? I am here in peace, General. Ashtran stopped reaching for his sword and glowered at her. You sent her to prove that elves are not my enemy. She will speak only lies. No, I have come to tell you that in this time of war, the Dark Elves have been forced to lay down their lives to protect the forest. How does this concern me? If you'll recall, Tobar is a Dark Elf. Ashtran's eyes wavered in nostalgia. Tobar, is he still alive? Yes, and he's preparing to fight to protect the elves. The general's eyes wandered. He was no doubt thinking of the possibility of meeting his old friend on the battlefield. I would not like to see either of you die. We must ally. We must all lay down our arms. Would you take the life of an elf who has saved yours so many times? He swallowed. He was no longer fighting an idea, but actual people. He was taking the elves' lives. I want to meet him. Really? Will you end the war? I will make no such promises at this time. That is the best we can afford for now. I will take you to him. Bringing him to you is out of the question, but I can cloak you from the forest with my magic. Are you ready to leave? Yes, I will go immediately. Apalamesho managed to convince Ashtran to travel with only a few guards, though he wasn't pleased about it. Using her magic, Mirth distracted the forest and successfully camouflaged everyone from the elves without detection. At the edge of the forest, where the grass turned to sand, they could see the Dark Elves waiting for them. Ashtran tensed in their presence, but then found Tobar in the crowd. He walked up to the old Dark Elf. When they met, they stared at each other warily. Finally, they each broke into a smile and gave each other a slap on the shoulder. You've grown into a young man. You look as wise as ever. Father, you have cohorted with the Empire? You knew I fought in the old war. Aravorn came together at that time. Our differences were few back then. Our differences have grown since then? In times of peace, it certainly seems that way. I'm sorry, friend. The elders have called upon the Dark Elves for help, and I cannot refuse them. Why aren't you standing with the elves now? Why have I not seen the Dark Elf in the forest on my way here? Mirth shifted uncomfortably, and Tobar took notice. The Dark Elves have been exiled from the forest. What? For good reason, mind you. Good reasons? What reason? Prejudice is all we have suffered. Don't play the victim. More elves have died by your hands than in the Empire. Ray, no, don't, please. We are not murderers. You're not even elves. Ray! A monstrous shriek suddenly cracked through the air. Mirth collapsed to the ground in pain. Suddenly, demonic creatures materialized before them and attacked. Yeah! Let's take them out. Oh, yeah. Smash them. Oh my goodness. Air demons, earth demons, water demons, and a fire demon. Well, I've got all you all's resistances and weaknesses. So, yeah. Critical water. I'm gonna pound on the one who's weak against water. Use a demon to fight other demons. Take him out. Great. Flood. Can't stand it. Of course, the fire demon is the one that's actually weak against water is the one that resisted. Fine, fine. You want to play? Okay, good. I still hit him. Let's use fire.
This may hurt a little.
More than a little. Sauser, take out this water demon if you can. Loren, killing blow. Yes! Swipey swipe. Perfect. Yeah. Filth. Whoa, meteor thingies. Not that impressive.
That's your best?
Go, Apollomesho, go. Take me out. Nicely done. Beautiful. Alright, one person left. Bring it on. They all each slowly recovered from the battle. Mirth was shuddering in pain from feeling the demons so close to the forest. Those demons! How could they have possibly sneaked up on us? Misfit, of course. Impossible. Quiet. Probably because the demons could hear these two temper tantrums from leagues away. Demons! Why were they all the way out here? As we tried to tell you before, demons are very much involved in this war. Ashtran swallowed and looked desperately over at Tobar. Please, tell me the truth. You are not a forest elf. You are different. Tell me, do you believe these people when they say that the forest elves did not attack the Empire? Tobar closed his eyes and nodded. This war is the work of demons. You should trust Princess Loren, crass as she may be, and all her followers in this matter. The demons are more powerful than we could have ever believed. They corrupted my own son. But corrupted son is very powerful in combat. Ashtran and Tobar looked over at Misfit. He swallowed and looked away. Are you telling me we are fighting it? It will not win him, but... Ashtran gripped Tobar's shoulders in deepest sympathy. Then we shall make them pay. They locked eyes in resolution, and Saren relaxed. They had just convinced the first general to stop the war. Thanks. Now we have to convince the elves. Look at all the... Oh my goodness. So many characters all at once. Yeah, let's start with figuring out our main character, Saren. Goodness, look at all of these. So, yeah. Sure, that's fine. Increase our strength and our skill is fine. Energy, restore, and neutralize. Removes 4 turns, 5 turns. There's also ward. Increase single target's elemental resistance for 3 turns. That's also really useful. Yeah, I mean, I might as well learn each one. Yeah, might as well. So... Loren. Power attack, taunt, toughness, stun, push. That's fine. Wide slash hits all enemies on the front line with 50% damage, which is pretty awesome. Flicks. Yeah, sure, why not? Wide slash. Apalamesho. Let me give him a little bit more hit points. Yeah. Paralyze. Normal damage, causing parallel condition, which is nice. I haven't really been using regenerate all that much. I've been kind of using Apalamesha mostly for attacking, so Earth Fire. Let's increase Paralyze, because Paralysis give him a few more status effects to play with. Amukiki. This is Assault. Enemy. I kind of want Amukiki to stay defensive. So hits character, hits enemy, dealing 50% normal damage with a 50% chance to paralyze for 3 turns. That's actually not a bad effect, but I kind of want to maximize Shield Wall. Human Wall, reducing damage to everyone in the first row 40%, which is, I think that's pretty awesome. I don't meet the requirements because I don't have any skill points. Alright. Auto assign. Sure, why not? Auto assign. Interesting. I'm gonna increase the strength too. Caster generates 30 hit points for the next turn. Yeah, I want to increase his demon form. There we go. Souzer's one of my favorite characters. Nice. 50% of parrying an attack. Nothing to sneeze at there. That's fine. Riposte. Whenever a character parries a blow, it automatically counterattacks the enemy. Yeah, let's increase this because I want to parrying an attack, and this one is a good combo because it allows him to counterattack, which is fantastic. So, and Mirth. Let's give Mirth a little bit more strength. Tangling Weeds. Hits all enemies, earth damage, 140% chance of causing slowed. Heal 3 nearby allies by 30% of total hit points. Yeah, oh yeah, we don't have the points to do that yet. Done. True enough, General Ashtran swore to withdraw his troops and support the peace treaty formed between the humans and elves. This left General Samael. Ashtran gave the party credentials to approach him at his camp, but the rest was up to them. Cool. Awesome.